Here is Radio Generation's The People's Breakfast. Curious and bold, getting facts from the shadows.
That's what it is.
Now, as the city wakes and secrets stir, a bright new voice shines. The People's Breakfast. Your morning, your voice, your journey. Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Welcome to the home of hard truths and bold insights. Radio Generation.
A very good morning to you indeed. This is the home of hard truths and bold insights. Radio Generation it is. My name is Mungala Mbuvi. With me is none other than CT Muga. Muga, habari ya asubuhi siku ya leo.
Salama kabisa baba. Mzima lakini?
Mimi niko mzima. Leo ni siku ya Ijumaa.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it is the second last Friday rather of the month.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Today is the 19th day of almost say January of September 2025. So it is the second last one. The last one will be the 26th, which is next Friday, obviously. Yeah, so a lot is happening all over the world, but significantly today, guess what we are marking? Now, in 1893, New Zealand became the first self-governing country to grant women the right to vote in parliamentary elections. Imagine, 1893 is when women were first allowed to vote in New Zealand. For the very first time, they were allowed to vote in parliamentary elections. Now, some of these things, Kitambo, I would have been like, what? But I actually came to find out that back in the day, women were actually not allowed to do a lot of things, including voting.
Including this very so-called advanced.
Yes. Shika hiyo mic yako, kuna mahali umeguza.
Hapo tuko sawa.
Ni uko sawa sasa. Tulikuwa semaje?
So very many countries that are now very advanced and very democratic. If you look at their history, you'll be amazed at when women were allowed to vote.
Yes.
When New Zealand occasioned that momentous day,
yes,
it was 9 years after the Berlin Conference that carved up Africa. The Berlin Conference was in 1884, 12th November 1884.
That led to the scramble for Africa?
Carving up.
Yeah.
Scramble, lakini walikuwa wamekatakata. Portugal walichukua hii. Spain walichukua hii.
France tunakuachia hii.
Kwanza West Africa hapa katikati tunaweza kupatia hii kidogo. Belgium hii umechukua ni kubwa.
Hebu gaweni kidogo.
Hiyo DRC inatosha nyinyi.
Yeah.
Wajerumani Namibia ni mzuri na sisi. It's only that World War, the first and second, ambayo waharibia, because the Germans had Tanzania, they had Namibia. Yes. The British had a fair share of South Africa, all those countries around the south,
right.
Zimbabwe. Before now, a gentleman called Ian Smith in 1965 declared a UDI, akasema sisi tuko independent of the UK. Unilateral Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
Kenya, Uganda, British.
Yeah.
Somalia wa Italiano walijaribu. Ethiopia walijaribu, Italian wakawachana nayo.
Yeah.
But yes.
Now that you've mentioned, you've reminded us a bit of history as far as Tanzania is concerned. They were colonized partly by the Germans.
Yes. After the war, they became a protectorate under the British. Yes. So when you lose a war, you lose your properties also.
Yeah. So they don't speak German, they don't speak good English.
They speak very good English.
They speak amazing Swahili.
They speak English.
I know. What I'm trying to say is that, of course, najaribu
hizo tabia zako za Kikenya wacha bwana.
They don't speak German.
Hapana bwana, hizo tabia mbovu za Wakenya wachana nazo bwana. Ni mambo ya kudharau wenzako, wacha.
Before I'm cancelled.
Wacha bwana, wacha.
Wacha turudi hapo kwa nini?
Mtu akieleweka anapozungumza lugha na unamuelewa, basi anaeleweka.
It's a rap.
Yes.
So something else that
si lazima ufing kama hao watu ambao tuletea lugha mazee.
Something else that happened this day in 2006, it's a fact. A military coup in Bangkok revoked Thailand's constitution and established military rule.
In that period of time, my friend, hizi coups zilikuwa nyingi. And Southeast Asia was awash with wars. Si Cambodia. Sasa umeni-influence. I'm pronouncing it kama watu wa kwenu. Okay. Si Cambodia, si Vietnam, si Malaysia, my friend. Burma ambayo ilikuwa Myanmar.
Right.
Hizo nchi zote at that period of time, mazee watu walikuwa nagongana vichwa bro. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Things happened, yeah? Things really happened.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the world as it is right now, because tumeona mengi. and we're all fighting over a very small rock. You know, currently there are so many wars still ongoing. We have the Israeli-Palestinian situation, we have the Ukraine-Russia situation. What else do we have? We have situations that are happening even within sovereign countries such as North Korea. I was watching a documentary a couple of days ago that explains what happened to why we have North and South Korea, and these guys were one country until one time just Russia and America decided to divide these guys up for themselves. And I find that to be a very sad state of affairs, because they have continued to separate themselves even after those powers left them to themselves. They still don't consider themselves as one people.
You know, if you want to understand this European way, because those Russians, depending on which part of Russia, they're primarily Europeans.
Right.
Okay? They're thinking and the way they went about things. The fight was always about territory. So when you were at war and you lost the war, you ended up also losing territory.
Yes.
Okay? And some cases you lost sovereignty. There's a place katikati ya France na Germany, Alsace-Lorraine.
Okay.
My friend, Mara, it's German. Mara, it's France. Border too. And if you look at it's historical. The problems that arise there is historical. We have something called the Lamu Triangle. It regards the map of Kenya as to whether at the top Turkana should be straight or they should be appointed, tip and down.
That means part of it is in Ethiopia.
No, South Sudan.
Oh, South Sudan. Okay.
Those who argue the map should read this way, so this should be Kenya. So I'm simply saying these maps that were drawn by the colonialists were intended to keep us quarreling and fighting.
Yes.
How do you explain when you divide two communities in half because you've decided this line works this way? Part of a larger policy of divide and rule. They understood it. If these people are cohesive, we will not rule them.
Yeah.
To rule them, they need to be divided. Yeah.
So saliwa na lumbana pale, sisi tunakuja tunaingia.
Wewe unaendelea mambo yako. You bring yourself up as somebody who's bring a solution. Kuma solution ni kwamba wewe uendelee tu kuwatawala. Hiyo ndio solution.
Yes. Na hawa watu wenye tunataka kuwatawala, wao wanasema nini? For example, that part you've mentioned in Turkana that is partly in South Sudan.
Yes.
Or rather disputed to be in South Sudan.
Yes.
So what are the people of that area saying? Do they want to be in South Sudan or do they want to be in Kenya?
You are assuming wameulizwa, sio?
I'm assuming that tunajua.
The Kenya.
Au wenyewe wamesema.
Sisi tunajua it's part of Kenya.
Right. Sisi tunajua hivyo. Na unajua pia watu wa South Sudan watasema sisi tunajua wako South Sudan.
Sasa hapo tutajadiliana.
Kaka blaza. But anyway, sometimes I would argue that look, ask the people what they want. When they give the answer they will give, liwe liwalo.
Politicians in this country know what the people want. They don't need to ask them. See, they've been elected.
Yes.
That means they know.
Okay.
Ujui?
Swali zuri hilo, swali zuri. Methali ya leo inasema nini kaka brother?
This one is an interesting. Mwenye pupa hadiriki kuchuna, asiye na haraka huchuna mapole. Sio nilikueleza jana?
Hebu sema tena, ati asiyejua anafanya nini?
Mwenye pupa. Pupa. Kifua nyingi. Hadiriki kuchuna. Okay? This one I told you yesterday.
Yes.
Asiye na haraka uchuna mapole. I told you this yesterday. Yes. I told you this.
All right.
It was haraka haina baraka. The reason I preceded this is because the one which I purpose for today has a similar meaning. Okay? Kamba ya kuvuna mazao ya kesho lazima yaandikwe asubuhi.
Ati kanda ya what na?
Kamba. Kamba ya kuvuna mazao. Ya kesho. Lazima yaandikwe asubuhi.
All right. Say it again.
Kamba.
A rope.
Ya kuvuna mazao.
Of harvesting yield.
Ya kesho.
Of tomorrow.
Lazima.
Must.
Landikwe asubuhi.
Must be written in the morning.
Woven.
Oh, woven, not written.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that means prepare early enough for the activities of the day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Chikini kwa na akili bro.
Mingi.
Mwanga nime. Acha nikwambie nilisoma buda.
Kweli ulituambia ulisoma ile shule ambayo karibu na Kangemi.
Kabisa.
Yes.
Iko karibu na Kangemi, iko njiani ukienda Kangemi.
That is next to Kangemi. Hiyo baadaye nilishika the day one. Shule nzuri sana hiyo.
So prepare early in advance for the activities of the day. So
yes.
And wazungu wanapenda kusema, if you don't plan, no, if you fail to plan, you have planned for failure. It's more or less the same, right?
Yeah, the Russians who look at these things perhaps with a tinge of irony. Kuna writer mmoja kwa Trotsky. It is alleged alisema hivi. Trotsky alisema jua, there is nothing more difficult than planning and preparing for a spontaneous meeting.
There's nothing as
difficult
as planning for a spontaneous meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a contradiction there?
Yeah.
Kama ni spontaneous mna plan nini?
Ni kumaanisha hata huko unajua inaweza fanyika.
Basi ndio sasa